This great happy birthday HSN event. It started a little early. We've got a lot going on, and we're so excited that Chef Ming is here helping us launch our big intro to our birthday month. And we want to hear from you. If you love Chef Ming, if you watched his shows, if you have his cookware, and especially if you have his induction burner, come on through and let's say hi, because I want to hear your story. Because I can certainly tell you plenty of my personal stories. This happens to be the very first item I ever picked up from Chef Ming. Now, I know he does great stuff. And he came on the air, first time he was on, and I instantly said, I have to have this. Why? Because it is a portable stovetop. It is a cooking station. Wherever you got a plug, now you can cook like a pro. And the technology is unbelievable. In fact, it's technology that's been hidden in professional restaurants for many years, and now finally we can have induction systems at home with this unit. Now, the only caveat is it's not been on at all today. We've sold almost 300 just from that little preview already. This is, once it sells out, this is the last time this induction burner will be available for the rest of the year. So if you want this one, it's the best price in the country. In fact, we have matched our lowest price as of today's special. We even matched the 4 Flex, and we matched the free shipping. So give everybody the story behind induction burning, Chef.
Let me just demonstrate the power of it.
Okay.
So this is cold, right? This pan is absolutely ice cold. So we're gonna put this on max sear, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of water. So what's going on? Just like when you turn on a light switch, boom, the light bulb goes on. When you turn this on, electricity passes through these 2 copper coils that are inside of this induction burner. Those copper coils create what's called AC, alternating current. And because it's an alternating current, there's something called resistance. And resistance is this, which is friction, and that's the molecules banging on each other, and it heats stuff up instantly, to the point that within, you can already see the steam. See that little bit of steam?
Yeah.
That was 8 seconds. And about another 5 to 8 seconds, you're gonna start seeing a little bit of bubbles. Within 30 seconds, it's gonna be boiling.
Right.
So
cool.
Right now, this electricity, it creates that alternating current, and it heats up. So why is that so cool? Well, it's cool for 2 reasons. One, it's only heating the pan. So I can put my hand all the way around this. If this was a gas, there'd be flames coming up.
Yeah.
Right? The only heat that these glass actually heats up is because of the residual heat of the pan heating the glass.
Which is just barely warming it.
But you see it's already smoking, right? And again, this was an ice cold pan.
Right, yeah. This was cold, and this was cold. Both of them were, and the water was cold, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, you start seeing you see the bubbles? Right, so the bubbles are already coming. So again, this one's cold. I'm gonna turn this on max sear. I'm going to heat this up just a little bit.
And it heats up almost instantly.
Right.
Like, it's crazy how
this
fast
water,
it heats up.
it's been 35 seconds, so another 10 seconds you have boiling water.
Right. Crazy, right? Look at that. I love this.
So here we had 2 steaks. I just rubbed with oil, salt, and pepper. You can already hear the sizzle.
Now wait, both the induction burner and the pan were completely stone cold.
Right.
And already that's sizzling. And we didn't change camera angles. We didn't even switch cameras. There it is. You're seeing it's already sizzling in the pan.
And there's your boiling water.
Now this is boiling, and it took a little over, what, 30 seconds for that to boil, full-on boil. So what does that mean? Why do we care?
Well, we care because, one, look at this footprint. It is so tiny. Yeah. So you could put this anywhere. You happen to live in New York City, you have a small apartment, you don't have gas there, you can bring one of these. You have an RV, you have a boat, you go glamping. I know you like to go glamping, right? That's what this is, genius. If I do events, charity events all the time, you know, for my charity Family Reach, we always need 3, 4, or 5 burners. We used to have these induction burners, and I used the first one. They were $2,500. They were this tall and this big, and they made this horrible sound, so we couldn't use them on TV.
Right.
This is very far from $2,500.
Oh my gosh, right? Yeah, completely.
So, and these are so lightweight and so portable. If you like to entertain, right, you can set this. You have so many degrees of gradation on temperature. Yeah. You can set it on just a slow simmer. So if you're going at home and entertaining, you can have 4 of these out. I don't care if it's 4th of July or Thanksgiving, whatever it is. You can have your chili going. You can have your mac and cheese going. You can even set it to say, I want my big pot of water to boil in 60 minutes. Because if you forget to boil your water for a party, forget about it. It will take 6 hours for that to come to boil. So you can set it, so because you're trying to coordinate 5, 6, 7 different dishes, boiling water, you don't want that to be the demise of your dinner because you're doing a pasta dish. So set that automatically. So even if you have a good 4-burner or 6-burner stove at home, these are a couple extra burners that could be in the kitchen or elsewhere, including doing things that kids love to do, which is fondue, including doing what I love to do at home. It's called fire pot or huo guo, which is like shabu shabu. So we take this in the middle of the table with the broth, and you cook stuff in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's limitless what you can do.
Well, also, too, we're showing from these are the pans that we used in our 7-piece pan set, which is our this day only. So if you love this pan and you're like, oh, I just tuned in, what is it? That's still available. We will put an item number down the bottom of the screen because the price on these pans we're working with is only good until midnight tonight. How can you use induction? It's easy. Take a magnet, stick it to your bottom of your pan. If it attaches to it, then you know it's ready for induction. So stainless steel's fine. Also, you can use, what's the other surfaces you can use on this?
Stainless steel, anything in magnet. So cast iron's fantastic.
Cast iron,
So it's incredibly energy efficient. It's 1,300 watts of power. There's a built-in fan that's very quiet. The surface being glass is super easy to clean, right? And what we love is the display panel. It's so easy, LCD control panel. You can go up in 5-degree increments. Plus, you have pre-programmed from low all the way to high sear. Those are the 6 different pre-programmed ones. But again, you can change it by 5 degrees. And it's induction technology. It doesn't heat up your entire home. And like I said, you can put your hand around it. Like even still this boiling water, you can still put your hand around it. The only heat you feel is the heat coming off the pan. And actually,
notice too, I've got my hands super cold. I would never do this on my stovetop at home. Are you kidding me? And right now I've got my hand within, I could even go closer, but I've got it within about a ½ an inch of that pan.
You know let me show you something here.
It's stone cold, by the way. Stone
Suzanne,
cold.
check this out. So this is stone cold. This is half a pan. So we're going to put this on max sear. Then I'm going to take these 2 thermal guns and we're going to shoot it. So the pan, they're both in the 70s. All right. So as you can see, the pan is already heating. It's at 110, but where Stacy's Stacy, I did that. Oh my God, after 17 hours. All right, sorry, Bob.
It's been a while.
All right, it's like that. So Tracy's hand, I mean, so Tracy's at 78 degrees in her hand, but where her hand is on the burner is still 75, but the burner's now 190. Right, so let's go. We're gonna go all the way. Let's say 300, just to prove this point.
And Tracy, Chef Tracy, your finger is about
half an inch, maybe.
Not even that. It's less than a ½ an inch away from that pan.
I don't even feel any residual heat either. I mean, there's not even any radiant heat coming towards my finger at all.
Crazy.
And I think the thing that amazes me most is to see how fast it heats up. I mean, he's got the temperature on the pan, and it's, what is it, over 250?
It's at 265 now.
That's crazy.
And exactly where your hand is still 74 degrees.
That's crazy.
Right? So we're going to go all the way to 300 just to prove the point that it's amazing technology. The only difference, and Tracy and I joked about this, if she had a ring on that right hand, that ring would actually get really hot really quickly. Right? So you got to be careful. You don't do this.
Because once the induction feels the metal that matches it, that's when the magic starts.
Isn't that amazing?
The pan just hit 300. Are you going to melt the cheese?
And right here.
The cheese?
We'll get to the cheese, but look.
Okay.
But you can still touch this.
This pan is still really hot.
300,
we will not touch this pan.
So this is warm. You can touch it. It's warm. It's warm because the pan heated the glass. But if this was a gas burner or one of the electric burners,
we'd be going to the hospital.
You'd have those beautiful concentric circles.
We would all be visiting the local emergency squad.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Remember, like a well, that's
that's what we were. Literally, we're touching it, and we will not touch that pan. Trust me. All right, here's the story. We'd love to hear from you. I see something funny too, Chef. When you launched this, I bought multiples because we did it around the holidays, and I said, "This is the greatest stovetop ever. It becomes like your cooking station." And so I gave him as gifts. That's how amazing this induction burner is. The size is so perfect. Like, I love the size of this. It's not much bigger than a dinner plate, and yet everything is going to heat up from, you could put a big tall pot. If you have a big lobster pot you love, stick it on there. If you've got a big 11-inch, saute pan you love, stick it on there. If you've got a little teeny pan, it doesn't matter. It's going to heat up everything you do super fast, super quick. So again, to me, this really becomes kind of...
If you want to be the best guest when it's a potluck,
Oh.
Show up with your chili or whatever you're supposed to bring, but bring your own induction burner in its bag. It's a great little bag, because then you don't have to get into the kitchen and fight the 6 or 7 other people, housewives or house husbands, that are fighting for oven space and this space and stove space, because you have your own burner.
Right.
You sit on the buffet, you get to go to the bar.
It's like BYO stovetop.
Yeah, BYOIB. You get your own induction burner.
That's right.
Now that rolls off the tongue so easily.
Okay, I got to give you a quick update. Now, the price goes up $50 when his visit is over, so you never want to wait. We have matched today's special price on this. You can tell I'm a bit excited about this one just because I know it and I love it. So not only are tonight, we have gone to the exact same price that we've sold this when it was our best deal of the day. That's huge to drop it that much, and it's only for the visit, so that means a really short amount of time. What also did we do? We matched the free shipping when it was a today's special, and we even matched the 4 flex payments. You can get this home for $20 with any major credit card. And find out, for example, do you love hard-boiled eggs? Why don't we make them? Takes forever to get the water boiling. It won't. You will dramatically speed up your cooking time and get much better results. And I think just like your pots, you'll want to cook more because it just makes everything so much easier.
And by the way, last time we had this as a today's special, we had some elderly people call and thanked us because they're either in a wheelchair or can't stand up at a stove anymore because they're old. So they just put this on the coffee table.
Right.
Because you can have this on a coffee table and you can still cook with really no danger, because even here, even the steak, I can still touch here. So you could put a piece of paper between this, it won't catch fire, right?
Isn't that crazy?
And the best thing about it is if you do have children around, you could actually have them play with stuff. And we'll show you one great thing, the chocolate fondue, and you don't need to worry about at all that they'll burn themselves.
Right, on the stovetop, or on the induction burner.
These are beautiful looking steaks.
And
this
also,
is on high
Chef, too, induction burning was really known only in the professional kitchen industry.
And it was so crazy expensive.
Right.
It was really the high-end boats and condos that would have them in New York, and these fantastic, monster
they go,
boats.
I have induction burning stove.
Exactly.
You're like,
and by the way, when it's $2,500, no one's buying that. You'd rather buy a car, right?
Right.
You can't drive this down the street.
Right.
But now that it's sub 100, I mean, what are you charging?
$79.95. Yeah.
Right. Sub 80. That's cheaper than a skateboard.
That's actually a really good point. Oh, you know what? I bet you bought pans that are more expensive than what this induction burner is, and yet this will never be put away. As I said, we have it. I bought it for many reasons. One, I do love to glamp, and number 2, we bought a boat. We bought this old boat, and we're attempting to actually go and move on board it. And we literally, you'll love this, Chef. I should have brought pictures. We completely ripped out the old stove in there because we never wanted to take up a bunch of space.
You told me you did that. You said
and
you
we
did
did it on purpose, and we did it in our camper too, because I knew I had the induction stovetop. I knew I was going to have my own portable, professional induction burner, and I could take it anywhere. So it's going to move from we're using the space actually to storage. We ripped the whole stove out, and I knew we could because we bought this.
And by the way, if you happen to be in Florida or Texas or in the South during the summer, you don't want to heat up your whole kitchen, heating up your stove or your oven. You can just heat this one burner to cook whatever you're doing. And if you're outside grilling, you can take an extension cord and set it up outside to saute your veg.
Oh, it's a great idea. Yeah, or keep the beans.
So we talked about high sear, right? We had those steaks resting. We did the stir-fry veg. But you can also control and go way down. So this is at 120 degrees. This is chocolate ganache. So easy to make in theory. It's cream and chocolate, that's it. But if you go too high, you burn it, you're done, right? Then you have that bitter taste, you gotta throw the chocolate away. If you go too slow, it will seize, and you actually can't bring it back. That's also done. So the fact that it's at 120 degrees is perfectly creamy and smooth, and the genius of this is, again, you have children, you can touch around this all day long, and this you can set it for 120, and then you can just let your kids go to town, or your adults for that matter, right? And you can do your chocolate dipped strawberries, you can do your angel food cake, you can do your marshmallows, but it will stay perfect, this chocolate, until it's gone.
That's great. And that specifically is because you have such accurate digital time.
Talk
about how important accuracy is on the degrees.
There is no stove in the world, gas stove, electric stove, that you can say I want 120 or 115 degrees.
Exactly.
You can go high, medium, low, and then you can take a thermometer to it, I guess a thermometer gun, and figure out what it is. But here, this is exactly 110, 120. 115. You can go 5-degree increments all the way to max sear. And max sear, by the way, You can just look how high this can go. So this can go up to 180, 200. This is going to go all the way up. We go to max here. Wait, we're going 3, 4,
50.
4.
Wow.
Keep going.
Oh my
5,
gosh.
right? And then max sear.
Wow.
So 1 into max sear is
560.
560. So max sear is 565.
That's
right?
crazy.
But now I don't want to do that because it's a chocolate, so I can use the pre-program and go all the way back to 100. I wanted 120.
And again, you have
Boom.
low, we have medium low, we have
Right.
medium, then you have medium high, high. And that's nice because if you just want to go max sears over there, you just hit that and
Right.
you're good.
You don't have to do that.
It'll preset in ranges. And then you can get very specific here. Also, talk about the programming and the time. What are those two for?
Yeah, so this is great. Like I said, if you want to, you have guests coming over in an hour and a half. You got to go upstairs to take a shower. You want to get your soup started, but you don't want to get it started now because it'll reduce. So I want my soup to get started warming up because it's cold. I just pulled it out of the fridge. In a half an hour, I can set it. I want it to go to 200 degrees, just below boil, in a half an hour. So we'll start in a half an hour. So by the time you come from your shower and your hair is beautiful like it is now, your soup is perfect.
Exactly, so you can program this with a timer. Again, pasta's a great idea too.
Yep.
You're waiting for the water to heat up. You're like, no, set it, forget about it. When you come back, throw your pasta in, and it's ready to go. So again, it's great for anything if you want to set the time and set the temperature automatically. All right, let's say hi to Lovejoy in Massachusetts. Well, I love that name. Welcome. You're on with Chef Ming.
That's
Lovejoy.
a great name.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Is it Mrs. Joy or Mrs. Love?
No, Lovejoy. You've met me before, Ming. I went to your restaurant on a few of my birthdays, but you weren't there for my 50th.
Oh, that's right. Actually, I remember that. I should remember. I have not met a lot of Lovejoys. How are you?
Yes,
Nice
and
to
you
see
gave me a book on my 42nd.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
So how are
yes,
you?
You did. You signed it, but you weren't there for my 50th because you were busy.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was probably here cooking at HSN.
You owe me one.
Okay, I do. So you got the buy one, get one free? You got the pans?
Yes, I did, because you know how it is. I live in Natick.
Yep.
Close to you, and you know, I grill a lot. I grill a lot in the winter.
Right.
So my grill is kind of, I've been waiting for the moment to see a nice looking good one and a functional one, and I just turned on the TV and I saw yours. So I said I have to have one.
That's
fantastic.
a great idea. Well, awesome.
All right, Lovejoy, thanks for calling. I'll see you back at home.
Lovejoy, thank you. All right. Yeah, we got to do this one. This one is probably one of my very favorites because... Wait, but I want to show this one first. All right, guys. I love it. You're actually frying. You were doing good old fried food in here.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's okay. It's okay to eat some. Here's some lobster tempura. We're just going to get that frying. And this is a simple tempura batter. So I have scallions. We're going to put a little scallions with this lobster. Because this oil is so hot, I have it at 375 degrees. The genius of this is, one, we have in the induction wok ready to go with the induction burner. The problem with frying, quite often, you put this much stuff in, the temperature goes down.
Right.
Then you're kind of braising the stuff in oil. That's when you get stuff fatty. Okay. This sizzle you see, it will never go down because the induction burner is working everywhere and it's keeping this oil nice and hot.
And this is a really large wok, too.
So if you want
to do good old Southern fried chicken, you want to do the mozzarella sticks, we've got it. Oh, do we have the wok in stock? Oh, that's huge. We sold in a single day. How many woks did we sell when we launched it?
I don't remember.
I mean, it was like crazy. Like
40,000 or something?
Yeah, 40-some thousand. This is that same wok. It's also at a special birthday price, $49.95. Free shipping. Check with our reps. They'll tell you what colors we have, or you can see it on hsn.com. All right, so now we're going to do the temperature again. Let's show this.
This is going to take, you know what? I'll let you want to do this?
Sure.
Okay, wait, where's our camera?
Oh, wait, no, you're the pro at that.
Okay, we're going to go here. Max sear. Here we go. I have to do a reversal gun.
I'll watch the fry. How about?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? You can pull those out. Those are ready to go. All
right.
So here we have 2 guns. They can't even see this one. They can't see it. Sorry. Trace, you want to grab me the other gun? Actually, it's working. Yeah, it's working. It's okay. Yeah, grab me those other guns, guys. Oh, it's working. Here we go. We're at one's at 180, which is the pan. And then, of course, where his hand is still in the 70, 79. All right, we're at 204 the pan. And again, where Eric is still in the 80s. Eric himself is in the 80s as well, so that's good. We're now at 230. What are we? I can't even read it. 240. 240, and we're still at 80. Right, we're gonna go all the way to 300. We're gonna go to 300. 260, keep going. We'll hit 300 just because we can go. It's 70, it's going to 280, it's gonna hit 290. There we go, and we'll stop it at 300. And just for the effects, and now we hit 3 bills. Go ahead, Eric, put that piece of cheese. Now watch this. So, you can see the smoke coming off.
Right.
You can hear the cheese
Starting to
sizzle. You can see it starting to sizzle. But where this cheese is still cold. I mean, this came out of the fridge.
Isn't that amazing?
And Eric is, although he's a great chef and he has tough hands, you feel no heat, right?
None. Absolutely
and
zero.
Fully cooking cheese, and this cheese is still ice cold.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Love that.
Right?
And it really shows you the brilliant technology behind Induction.
Right.
Induction burners, you can only find them in multimillionaire homes, big fancy yachts. Why do they love induction burning? Because of all these reasons you see. You see, it's super fast. That's why I love it. It's fast. Our burner doesn't take up hardly any space, and yet you can use that big wok and do Southern fried chicken if you want to on there. Or even our 11-inch pan.
And by the way, I don't know what you pay for an electric fryer at a store. This is your fryer.